Well, we're joined now by our guest from our past half hour. His name is Kaya Mueller, and he's here to continue our discussion on the hidden messages in our dreams. He's the co-author of How to Read Signs. Welcome back, Kaya Mueller. Thank you. All right, so we've got more questions from people at home about our dreams, and I'll get right to it because this is a very common one from Jay D'Entremont in Pubnico, Nova Scotia. Jay wants to know, I've always been able to fly in my dreams. What does that mean?
That is a beautiful dream, and this is why angel is a metaphor and a symbol that represents our capacity to dream and to travel with our consciousness, because when we see that in a dream, so we have to remember 4 elements. Air is related to the way we think, so the fact that we fly, it's an expansion of intelligence. And notions of global vision and freedom, etc. So it will be, and it's very spiritual dream also. The person that's going to be flying in a dream will be always understanding things very fast and having like multi-levels of seeing and looking at things.
Wow, Jay, that is a good one. Jay in Pubnico, yeah, yes. Keep dreaming. Here's another one from Joe A. Wilson, and Joe wrote in on our Facebook site and says, I had a dream once about my teeth falling out. I was told that this means a family member is ill. Is that true?
No. Sometimes we hear certain things. We have to, when we want to understand symbols, we have to come back to our the physical aspect to understand. What do we do with our teeth? We eat. We use them for our needs. So it's related to a destructuration of our needs. So it's a lack of wisdom sometimes in the way we eat and the way we have accumulated that, and it is why we can see dreams like that. This is very often we see that. I've had many dreams like that a long time ago, and it's just like
trying to find your way.
Yeah, trying to in the way we eat, the way we nourish ourselves, etc. We just not having the capacity to really achieve ourselves, to reach the objective of what we want to eat in our life. Not necessarily just eating food, but eating life, you know, eating knowledge, etc.
Okay, all right, Joe, so there you go. Here's another one from Daphne Tobias, and she wrote in on Facebook again and says, oddly enough, I usually dream of people who have passed away either recently or years ago. Some family, some friends, and clients. I hope I don't carry a black cloud over my head.
No, this is she's very gifted to receive dreams like that, because when we dream about people that passed away, it means that it is related to, either it is representing part of ourselves, so depending on what the person is in our souvenirs, or it is a meeting. We can meet people that are just passed away, and we can talk to them, especially when they have died recently. It's an extraordinary spiritual experience where we can have proof that there's a continuation after life.
So it's not just a figment of your imagination. You're suggesting that maybe you're connecting with this soul or this spirit.
Oh yes,
wow.
Very often.
Oh, wow. Well, Daphne, you are very gifted then. Here's another one from Anne Simon Crossman in Eel Ground First Nation. And Anne says, I always have a recurring dream of our grandmother's home when I was a kid, and there is a bear chasing me up the stairs. Just recently, I had the same dream, but this time the bear was running beside me.
Grandmother is a symbol of protection.
Okay.
Inner protection, because it's a feminine polarity. And the bear is an ocean of needs. We just have to when there's an animal, we have to analyze the character of the animal. So a bear, the negative side of the bear is a need that is very powerful, very rude, etc. So the person will have intense needs, and this is why she's going to have that dream.
So that's when the bear was chasing her, but what about the bear running beside her now?
It becomes a forces with time. So before it was a lack related to difficulties, etc. And then with time, she strengthened herself in her when she wants something. She's very powerful.
Wow, and I hope that made sense to you. It makes total sense to me. Well, wonderful. I'm so happy you could decipher some of these dreams for our viewers. I want to tell people again, they can get more information by going to the website 72angels.ca, and the book is called How to Read Signs. It's in bookstores everywhere.
Yes, it is.
And I do want to tell people about your talks, because you're going to be all over the region as well.
Tonight we're in Moncton, at the Coastal Inn in Dieppe, exactly. Tomorrow in Charlottetown, and next week we'll be in Sydney and Dartmouth
and Dartmouth.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll have all of those dates posted on our Facebook site if you are interested in going out to hear Kaya and Christiane Mueller speak. Again, the book is called How to Read Signs. It's on your screen right now. We're back with more BT in just a couple of minutes. Breakfast Television, everybody. We're headed into our third half hour this Wednesday morning, and we're happy you could join us. Here's the book. It's called How to Read Signs by Kaya and Christiane Mueller.
Well, we're having an interesting conversation. Of course, so much of what Kaya's talking about ties into our consciousness.
Yes.
And forever, basically, scientists have thought that consciousness has sprung from human evolution, but now as they get further and further into quantum physics, some scientists are starting to flip that around. They start to think that maybe life actually sprung from consciousness. As they look at the sort of the most basic fundamental blocks, like at the subatomic level, they're finding this direct tie with consciousness, or at least they think they are.
So I guess, like in a nutshell, yeah, I think I do. So you're saying that the thoughts of our ancestors might be part of like what is creating our dreams, or what?
No, I wasn't talking about that specifically.
I think we've gone totally abstract on our viewers.
My science show is going to run directly after the show at 9 o'clock on A. So stick around, we'll get into it in a little more detail.
Yeah, we will make it a little simpler though. If you've got questions for Kaya about your dreams, nightmares, whatever the case may be, send them to bt@ctv.ca. Of course, you can Facebook us, Breakfast Television on A, and we'll try to get to as many as we can in the next 27 minutes or so. There you go. Right now, let's check in with meteorologist Tina Simpkin. You're going to be sitting in on the next discussion, I know.
Yeah, Jayson, I'll be a correspondent on your science program if there's an offer there.
Yeah, Tina and Jay's Science World.
There you go.
We'll perform experiments on Maria.
Okay.
I'll sign a waiver.
You know, it's funny, in university I did take quantum mechanics, and I don't think you can ask two physicists what quantum mechanics really is and get the same answer.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. That's one of the fascinating things about it.
Absolutely. Anyway, fascinating about the dreams and how to interpret them. In the break, we were talking to him, and wow, it's just really, really fascinating stuff. Meanwhile, the weather's pretty fascinating.
Once upon a time, though.
There you go. All right, we're going to take a break. When we do come back, though, we're taking questions from Kaya Mueller, who is the co-author of How to Read Dreams. I hope you got your questions in, because there's just a little bit of time left. Also next, we've got your weather with meteorologist Tina Simpkin.